You won't even say much milk, okay? You will say a lot of milk. I can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, so first tell me, how do I say your name? Is it Kali?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so you told me your day is going great so far. Why is it going great?
Because whatever I want to do, I complete on time. That's why.
All right, that's amazing. And what plans do you have for the rest of the day?
For the rest of the day, I am going to in the evening. I will take my tuition classes. Apart
Mhm.
from that, I will learn some new words related to English
Wow,
and
that's
and some I will use some idioms and phrases in my they include it in my daily life so that
uh,
I can improve more and more.
wow, that's great. I'm over the moon just hearing you say that you're going to work on your vocabulary because I think everyone should do that. All right. So, did you get a chance to go through the session notes for today?
Yeah, within before 5 minutes, I got the time only.
That's all right. It's not an exam. We're just having a conversation. Okay. So today's topic is living without electricity. Are you fine with this?
Yeah, why not?
All right, great. So how important do you think electricity is?
Electricity plays a very important role in our life because most of the work are dependent on electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Without electricity, our life becomes slow, and there will be much difference in the state of living.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and because electricity is required in many industries, factories, as well as in various projects where there's a use of electricity. So we
Yeah.
should use wisely.
Yes. Definitely. Okay. So the judicious use of electricity is very important, like you said. Can you elaborate a little more on electricity? All right. So what are the uses of electricity in our daily lives?
In our daily life, there are much uses of electricity. Like
Mm-hmm.
electricity, in there is a requirement of electricity for running fan, for running motor, for pumping, for boring as well.
Right.
There is requirement of electricity, and
Mm-hmm.
to keep our mind cool and calm, there's a need of electricity so that we can't feel hot and we feel cool and we are more focused and concentrated towards our work.
Right. Okay, absolutely. Like you said, we need electricity to pump water and, for running a fan and all of that you've mentioned. But right now we're living in a digital age, aren't we? So if there's no electricity, we won't have Wi-Fi. And do you think we can live without Wi-Fi in today's day and age?
In today's world, it's very difficult to live without internet connection because
Yes,
without internet connection, people can't even spend a few minutes. It's
right.
very difficult to survive for a minutes also.
Mhm. Right. Okay, great. And what do you think will happen? Let me give you a hypothetical scenario, all right? Let's say that starting tomorrow, there is a nationwide power cut for a whole month. What do you think the state of the world will be? The state of the nation?
The world will go back for 1 month. It will, there's a loss of many uh, income. What to say? Revenue.
Yes,
Sorry.
right.
Loss of revenue will be there, and the work which are in progress will not work properly, and instead of completing it in 1 month, it will complete in more than a month or 2 months, or it may take more time to get complete any project or any work.
Right.
So that's why electricity plays an important role.
Definitely. And what do you think will happen to our social lives? Because if look at the big picture, our lives are predominantly on the web, right? Most of our communication is done through social media or through the phone, right? So what do you think will happen to our social lives?
our social, there will be strong, if there is a power cut, or if there is a electricity cut for a month, our
Mhm.
social life will become good, and there will be a healthy relationship between everyone. There will be more stronger bonds are
Right,
created with the people, because
right,
now what is happening, we are inclined to technology. So
yes,
we we usually spend more time on mobile phones, as well as whatever gadgets are available. We
yes,
spend more time on that. So
mhm,
when there will be power cut off, what happen? People have nothing to do related to internet. So instead of they will communicate with each other, they will play with one another. If they are younger generation are there, so they will play any game like ludo, chess, cricket, outdoor, indoor game, whatever games are there, they will
mhm,
enjoy. The adult one, what they will do, they will have a communication with one another, and they will understand the other feeling. If there is no power cut, otherwise people will don't understand the feelings of other.
yes. Okay. I really like that you put this point forth. Businesses may take a hit, but then our social lives will actually improve because we will be, in one-on-one contact with each other in person, which will be, paramount for improving our social lives. All right. That is great. What do you think life was like before electricity came into the picture?
Life as we have lived that life, because I think we are the last generation to have the electricity,
Yeah.
to live without electricity,
Right.
because I think now the power cut is less as it is done in earlier times, because whenever there is a fuse of transformer or power cut or any sparking is occurs. So what happens? It takes a month, or a 2 month or a two
Right.
to get improve or correct.
Right.
So
All right. Okay, so let's talk about the time, way before electricity was invented. All right, right now you're talking about the power cuts, right? Let's say electricity isn't even in the picture. What was life like back then?
when there was no electricity, you're talking
Yes,
about those days.
yes,
So what happened? There will be, um, I think, it will help in our good functioning of our brain,
yes.
because
Okay.
we are usually habituated to gadgets.
Yes.
So it's very harmful for our brain also,
Mm-hmm.
because as we use these technologies. So what happens, they affect our brain as well as eyes, as well as our mind also.
Mm-hmm.
So when there was no electricity, people have a good bonding with one another, as well as they used to focus on their work more, instead of
Yeah.
spending their time on scrolling, as well as spending time on playing games, whatever the games are available. So
Right.
they spend their time very wisely.
Yes. Okay, good. So do you think people were more productive back then?
Yeah, now also both have their both have their own importance.
Yes,
Without
pros.
electricity, there's also its own importance, and with electricity, it has its own importance.
Yes.
So yeah, so we can't compare the two situations together. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but one thing, what happened, our process is very slow earlier when there was no electricity. But
Right.
now, whatever we do, it's a fast process.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take time. Earlier, we has to fill a diary for registration, for
Right.
noting everything down. But what happened now? We have gadgets. We can fill it using computer, laptop, or
Yeah.
mobile, whatever. So earlier the process was slow, but now it was fine.
Yes. All right, great. That is very true. Before we used to use pen and paper, but now we just have a notes app on our phone so that we can jot down notes instantly, right? So our
Yeah.
life has become very convenient since electricity and technology came into the play. Very good. Okay, I had a really nice conversation with you. Do you mind if I give you some feedback?
Why not? I'm
All
here
right.
for the play.
Okay, great. The first thing that I want to tell you is that we can work on your tenses, all right? So when we were talking about the past before the invention of electricity, you said we will, right? But we're talking about something that already happened, so you will use the past tense. Okay, so what I noticed is that you are juggling between the past tense and the present tense. So when we speak about any topic, we will stick to the tense that you are supposed to speak in, all right? So if I give you a situation or a scenario in the past, you will use the past tense throughout your speech. All right?
Okay.
Okay, so
It
just be a
happens.
little mind.
It
Sorry?
happens to me that while talking, I forgot about the tense.
Yes, you forget about the times. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very normal, when we're having a conversation and you have to think on the spot, right? Because I'm not giving you time to actually think about your answers. So that happens, when you're having an engaging conversation. It's completely fine. I'm sure if I, mention your mistakes now, you will know where you went wrong. But the whole point of conversational learning is that we should be able to correct ourselves while we're speaking. All right. So it's okay. It will take some time. Just be a little mindful, and I'm sure you'll be able to handle it. All right. Okay.
All
Uh, and the other thing that I wanted to tell you is when you said much uses. Okay. So here we have to see the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. All right. So when we talk about uses, we can count how many uses electricity has. Right. We can number them. So here you won't say much. You will say many. Okay, so you'll say electricity has many uses. You won't say much uses. All right, when you can't count something, you will say much. But when it is countable, you will say many.
okay.
All
Like
right,
milk will come under uncountable.
yes, but
Sugar
you will
milk will also be.
right. You won't say
Sugar.
many.
Okay.
You won't say many milk. You will say you won't even say much milk. Okay, you will say a lot of milk. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The other thing is when you said more stronger, okay, stronger is already the superlative, so you won't add more before it, okay? You can say more strong or stronger, but since there is already a word for a superlative, don't say more, okay? So you'll just say, this made me strong.
Stronger. Stronger. I think it's a comparative degree. If I'm
Yes,
not wrong, you
yes,
say
strong, stronger,
super.
strong. Oh, sorry, the strongest. Yes, comparative, right? My bad. So when you're comparing something, you will say stronger. You won't say more stronger, okay? Because stronger already is comparing two things, right? So you'll say this is stronger than that. You won't say more stronger. So just eliminate the word more because it's not necessary here. All right. Um.
It makes the sentence superfluous.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, great. The other thing is, the S sound. So when we speak, there are instances when we were having a conversation, you said is spent or, is strong. Okay, so when you're speaking, the E sound is coming before the S. So that's something that you can work on. Okay, just maintaining the S sound without the influence of E. All right. So for
Or
this, what you can do is look up words with the S sound, and just go through that list and listen to the pronunciation and repeat after them a few times.
okay.
All right. And another word is like social. The sh sound also you have a little bit of an issue. All right. So sometimes it goes as social, but it's social. Okay. So just try and listen to words with the sound and the sh sound. Okay. There's a
Okay.
popular tongue twister that goes, she sells seashells on the seashore. If you want, you can practice this as well. It's a fun way of learning, right? Instead of going through textbooks. So if that's something you're interested in, you can definitely look up tongue twisters and try and perfect those. And, you can, when it comes to tongue twisters, you can try them out anytime, anywhere, right? It barely takes 5 seconds. So practice that if you can. Um, And yeah, that's most of the advice that I had for you. Again, we can always improve our vocabulary. Your vocabulary is quite good, but like when you said if in the future we will go back to the past, you'll say regress. Okay, regress sounds better. Okay, so say you don't want to regress to the past, and yeah, and you said work will not be good. You can say work will be disrupted. All right. So it's always nice to just, enrich our vocabulary. So work a little on that. Like you said, today in the evening, you're going to work on your vocabulary. So that's always nice. Take some time out and do that as well. Apart from that, I think it was all good and you are able to speak in English. There's just a little bit of refinement that we can work on.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
Okay, great, Kali. I had a really nice session with you. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Glad to have such a wonderful conversation. So,
Thank you.
I would like to know about your profession. What, if you
Yeah.
don't mind?
Yeah, of course, sure, no issues at all. Okay, so currently I'm working in digital marketing. Okay, so I do SEO, content production, content writing. So anything related to the digital realm, and marketing. So it can be through social media, LinkedIn and websites. Anything related to that, I work on it. So yeah, I've been doing digital marketing for around 3, 4 years now, and before that, I did my bachelor's in clinical psychology.
Um, You are
Yes.
also from biological background.
Yes, to an extent, psychological background, science.
And I want to know about your time. At what time of the day you take sessions? Are you a whole time or as a part time? Or
Right, I do this part time because I'm freelancing both jobs, right? So I usually take sessions between 10 to 4 or 5.
daily or
Yeah,
on a
every
specific
every day.
10 to 4 every.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
All right.
okay. Right, I got it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lovely conversation. I feel very glad that I got a very wonderful tutor like you.
Thank you so much. You're really sweet.
Yeah, thank you for that. Okay.
No issues at all. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, you too have a great day.
All right. Bye bye. I'll see you.
Bye bye.